3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. You talk about this Washington defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? I'll tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback when there's extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
This 2nd and 4. They'll run again here with Robinson. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Stein. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're #2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An injury going to pause the game here, and it looks like it's Terry McLaurin who's in some discomfort. Not sure what happened. Hopefully this is nothing major. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off play action. Stein. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it. Because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
To throw on second down. Stein. It's caught. Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, Stein. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Bradley Chubb, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Stein. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Touchdown, Washington. John Smith, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
The Bucks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a 2nd and 2. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he is going to have a Bucks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. And McLaurin, the motion man right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, Stein. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bucks will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. They'll look to throw. That is caught. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 68 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The Bucks ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stein. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Stein. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds throws it incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff running left is Dobbins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throw left side complete to McCloud. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Bucks forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by McCloud. Touchdown! Ray McCloud in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he's got some space here. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And caught it up!
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second and short now following the fumble. Robinson on a give right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Stein. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks' 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Washington. Tyler Boyd. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Finding Otten once more. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Here's White. They set up the screen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Sanders on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Give to Robinson on the option. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Raheem Mostert, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Rodgers on the return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And a nice run there, going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucks 44. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Call it a gain of 7, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I get the thought process. Third and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This to make it a 3-score game late. Sly able to put this one through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course.